What's going on, everybody? Just wanted to go over a trade recap. Today's March 26th, and today I took Apple puts, even though my main trade ideas were 655 reject on SPY, which was just absolutely perfect. Didn't get in. I don't know why I hesitated a little too much on this trade, because for some reason I thought we might have pushed a little bit higher, but this right here, this consolidation and these rejections should have just been the very obvious sign. And then my other trade idea was 220 on AMD, which would have been the one and done. She would have retired with this one. But yeah, just perfect. And I don't know why I didn't take this one. I hesitated too much. Maybe because the contracts were just too volatile. They're moving like crazy, and I usually don't let that stop me, but today I just hesitated. And as you can see, just complete downtrend all day. And same idea I wanted with Nvidia. Nvidia was weak. But let's get to my trade, the one I focused on, which was Apple. I don't know why I was so hyper focused on this trade, but with the market going down and Apple just being the only one pushing, I just didn't believe this push at all. This whole move, this whole fake move, didn't believe it. So I got into puts. I got in the 255 puts. And my first entry was at, let me double check for you guys, 917. So top of this candle right here. Yeah, right here somewhere. So that my idea was pretty much get a move back into 255 and then 254, because there was a lot of buyers sitting here. Well, they kept popping up and disappearing right here on this 254. I was looking at the book map today. Sometimes I use it, but they just kept popping up, disappearing. So my whole idea was that we at least retest 254 for, just to get those buyers. And as you can see, we kept pushing up and up and up. And then my second, I added twice actually on this trade, which is very poor on my part because I added too quickly. I was barely down and I added too much. But then I added again 10 more contracts. I'll post them. I think on the same candle. It was the same candle right here. And then I waited a little bit, waited. And I almost got stopped out. This candle right here almost stopped me out. But last week, the same thing happened on SPY. So I didn't want it to happen again on this week. So I just waited out the 5-minute close, closed below this line right here. And my actual area was 256.65 or 68. This little area right here, just anything below 257 pretty much is what I wanted to see Apple stay under. And then I did my final add, 7 more contracts at 923, which was right here. Yeah, this red candle. So I thought we were going to get this move right here after this one, this red candle. But no, just like a whole, 2 hours of consolidation. Just holding, burning the contracts. And then like I said, my first target was 255. That's what I got this green line for. Stops 257. And then my next target was 254, where those buyers were sitting at, which I believe I sold around here somewhere, or right here. I'll have to double check. It was 1221. Yeah, so right here, the bottom of this candle, right here. Sold right there. And I was just in the trade too long. I could have held it a little bit longer, milked it a little bit more, but I was, like I said, way too long. I was getting a little antsy. Just wanted to get out the trade. Made like $1,000 on this trade. And then it retested the 61.8 fib. As you can see, that's my orange line right here. got to adjust it a little bit more, but you get the point. And yeah, I probably should have held a little bit longer since we started rejecting the 255, which was what I wanted. But yeah, like I said, just antsy, ready to get out the trade, ready to do something else. And yeah, I should have just kept my focus on SPY and AMD. It would have been a much easier trade. But I don't know why I hesitated on these two, and then was just extra hyper focused on Apple, even though I rarely trade Apple. But yeah, that was my trade for today. I'll post the gains and all that. And if you guys have any questions, let me know or post it down below.